Every single day, you and I live inside an intelligent system, one that's invisible to the eye, a system that studies our every move, every interest, everything we like or dislike. That system is the algorithm of social media. You like a video about cooking recipes, and suddenly your feed is full of similar content. You comment on a post about cars, and car ads will follow you everywhere. You watch one funny video, and dozens more are served to you. This algorithm follows one simple rule. Whatever you give attention to will grow and multiply in your life. Now, I want you to take a deep breath, because what I'm about to tell you might change the way you see your entire life. Did you know that Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube's complex algorithms are actually cheap imitations of something much older, much more powerful, and far more precise? That algorithm is the algorithm of the universe. And just like social media algorithms, the universal algorithm also has one rule. Whatever you give attention to, that is what will grow and multiply in your reality. The problem is, most of us are careless users. We consciously want to experience abundance, but every day, every hour, we keep liking, commenting, and sharing content about lack. And complaining is the strongest form of attention there is. Today, we're going to break down how this universal algorithm works. We'll learn why complaining is the fastest working reverse prayer, and how to use two magical buttons, the mute button and the not my problem button, to hack this algorithm and begin manifesting the reality you actually want.
Let's go straight to the issue most people face, especially those aged 25 to 35, money problems. Imagine you're broke, your wallet's empty, it's the end of the month, bills are piling up. What's your first automatic reaction? To complain. Maybe you complain to your partner. I'm stressed, we're out of money. Maybe you vent to your friend. I'm broke this month. Or, most often, you complain silently in your head. God, why is life so hard? Why is money never enough? On the surface, complaining looks like a normal way to release stress. But from an energy and vibration perspective, complaining is a very active and very dangerous spiritual act. Every time you complain, you are doing three things at once to the universe's algorithm. First, you give attention. You shine a bright spotlight on the situation called not having money. You're telling the universe, hey, look at this. This is important. This is what I'm focusing on right now. Second, you give emotion. Complaints never come with flat emotion. They're always wrapped in strong feelings: anxiety, fear, sadness, anger, or despair. Emotion is the fuel of vibration. The stronger the emotion, the stronger the signal you broadcast. Third, you give a command. The mix of intense attention and emotion creates a powerful vibrational order. That command sounds like this. Dear Universe, this situation of not having money really grabs my focus and gives me intense feelings. Please send me more of this situation so I can keep giving it attention and emotion. This is exactly how social media works. The content that gets the most engagement, interaction, and emotion is the content that gets promoted the hardest. Your complaint about not having money is a super viral piece of content in your energy field. You're engaging with it every hour, and the universe, as a neutral, non-judging system, simply follows your command. It sees your high engagement with lack, and it keeps feeding you more lack on your life's homepage. Suddenly, there's an unexpected expense. Suddenly, a client delays payment. Suddenly, your stuff breaks and needs fixing. These are the universe's recommended content based on your viewing and interaction history, your complaints. When you complain often, money becomes even more rare because you're actively choosing to subscribe to the scarcity channel. So, how do you stop this hellish cycle? How do you stop engaging with a reality you don't want? The answer lies in two spiritual steps that sound simple but are incredibly powerful. I call this technique the universal mute button. It consists of two conscious actions. Step 1. Silence. The sacred pause. When the urge to complain shows up, either out loud or just in your head, your first command to yourself is silence. This is not a passive silence. This is active silence. This is a conscious decision to cut the broadcast of negativity, just like hitting the mute button on the remote when annoying ads appear. When you go silent, you're pulling your attention energy back. You refuse to speak the mantras of poverty. You refuse to water the seeds of scarcity with your words. You let the complaint vibration pass through without a place to land. Silence is your first act of declaring to the universe, I am no longer interested in this topic. I will not give it my engagement. It's how you stop fueling the fire that's burning your barn. But silence alone is not enough. Because even if the mouth is silent, your mind and heart may still be raging. That's where step 2 becomes the real key. Step 2 is not my problem. Divine neutrality. After you succeed in staying silent, your next move is to activate the not my problem attitude. Careful, this is the most misunderstood concept. Not my problem here does not mean giving up, being apathetic, or surrendering to the situation. This is not the attitude of a loser. The not my problem I'm talking about is a very high-level spiritual stance. It's the ability to detach your emotional energy from a situation. You look at your financial lack and acknowledge it. Okay, this is my current balance. But after that, you stop feeding it with your emotions. You don't add drama, you don't add fear, worry, or sadness. You stare at the issue and say in your heart, you're just a temporary number. You're just data. You're not getting my emotional energy today. I won't grow you with my fear. This not my problem stance is like unplugging the emotional power cord from the problem. Why is this so powerful? Because the algorithm of the universe works based on vibrational relevance. A problem becomes real and large in your life because you keep making it relevant by feeding it with emotion. When you go neutral and not my problem, you make the problem irrelevant, energetically. It becomes content with zero engagement. No likes, no comments, no shares. And what do algorithms do to content with zero engagement? They stop showing it. They bury it and replace it with content you do engage with. So your greatest power isn't in complaining or panicking. Your greatest power is in the silence and neutrality you hold in the face of a problem. You starve the problem of energy until it disappears from your reality. Of course, after silencing and detaching from scarcity, your work isn't over. You've unfollowed the poverty channel. Now, you must intentionally follow and engage with the abundance channel. Once you're neutral about lack, redirect your attention. Redirect it to what? Gratitude. Be thankful for one small thing you have right now. The cup of coffee in your hand, the roof over your head, the air you breathe. Gratitude is the highest form of vibrational engagement that attracts abundance. Relief. Close your eyes and imagine what it feels like if all your bills were paid. Feel the lightness. Hold that feeling for 60 seconds. You are liking and subscribing to your future reality. Productive action. Shift your focus to what you can do. Learn a new skill, clean your room, call a friend and spread positive energy. Do something, anything, that gives you a sense of empowerment. You can't just stay silent. You must fill that empty attention space with something new. You must feed the universal algorithm new data and new viewing history. So let's summarize. You are the programmer of your reality. Your attention is the programming language. Your complaints are code that calls up errors and bugs. Stop writing the poverty program by constantly complaining. From now on, every time a financial problem shows up, use these two sacred steps. Silence. Stop the negative broadcast. Not my problem. Unplug the emotional fuel. Then, immediately redirect your attention and emotions to gratitude, relief, and positive action. Engage with abundance, and abundance will flood your life feed. Not my problem is not the mindset of a loser. Conscious indifference is the sword of a vibration master, cutting off negative energy at its root and making space for miracles.